Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Galactic report. Today is February 21st, 2025, and we have entered Pisces season this week. Pisces, the mutable sign, the sensitive, psychic, imaginative, also selfless and helpful, soulful, musical, mystical, spiritual sign in the element of water. Happy birthday to all Pisceans out there. During Pisces season, we are able to embody and integrate the main topics of Pisces, being an impersonal channel for the divine, embracing the creative emptiness through absolute primal trust, and the awareness of carrying, anchoring, embodying the supernatural light. During this time, and even more so, if you have placements in your personal chart, please be aware of the Pisces strengths: compassion, creativity, intuition, adaptability, but also its challenges, which can lead to escapism, over idealization, and indecisiveness. So in order to balance those qualities, cultivate compassion and creativity, but avoid escapism and over-idealization. Practice setting healthy boundaries and making decisions. So I will show you the chart for a moment so you know what I'm going to talk about. Now that the sun has entered the zodiac sign of Pisces in Western tropical astrology, she will be conjunct with the royal fixed star Fomalhaut at 8 degrees, no, at 4 degrees. No, let me see. Now I have to see. I will go back to that. 4 degrees, yes. Now that the sun has entered the zodiac sign of Pisces in Western tropical astrology, she is going to be conjunct with the fixed star Fomalhaut at 4 degrees Pisces for a couple of days starting now. And Fomalhaut, the royal star, and its themes resonate with the Piscean archetype of dreams, mysticism, compassion. So we will be able to tap into our visionary self with a strong spiritual focus. During these days, more than ever, we are connected to our creative self and our higher ideas, and we will be able to express these traits in a Pisces fashion. In Vedic astrology, Fomalhaut is in the sign of Aquarius. Its placement emphasizes intellectual innovation, futuristic ideas, and a drive to uplift humanity. So if you resonate more with these traits, by all means, embody those in the coming weeks. In any case, and I will stop sharing now, I will talk a bit about Fomalhaut, a star in the Pisces Austrinus constellation, which has been revered across cultures as a star of divine inspiration, mysticism, and hidden knowledge also. And I will talk about this in a couple of minutes when we get into the report section. Persian astronomers made Fomalhaut one of the 4 royal stars representing the Watcher of the South, and its role was to guard cosmic balance and serve as a guiding light for those seeking wisdom. In Greek mythology, Fomalhaut was connected to Demeter, the goddess of harvest and fertility. In Egyptian mythology, Fomalhaut was seen as a reflection of the Nile, and therefore the divine life it brings. And during the Middle Ages, Fomalhaut was linked to Archangel Gabriel and purity, communication, and divine messages also. So listen to them carefully in the next 2 weeks. By the way, I have made a meditation for the Pisces season, including Fomalhaut fixed star, and I invite you to immerse yourself in the mystical waters of Pisces and the silver ray frequency of Fomalhaut. Connect with your sensitive, psychic, imaginative self. One last thing on Fomalhaut, it is also known as the mouth of the whale. And a couple of days ago, a good friend sent me a video of a Chilean guy who, while paddling, was swallowed by a humpback whale and spit out again. I find these connections between random events and the celestial alignment so fascinating. And I will link the short video below. And I invite you to come to your own conclusions. Let me know what you think in the comments. In any case, we had a lot of watery themes this week, not surprising. Another mammal of the Arctic watery realms, a baby seal, was found wandering the streets of Connecticut. And to me, this represents the birth of the new, coming from the frozen aggregate state of water. I am very excited about this symbol that showed up, especially because we had another frozen event, a frozen flooding in Detroit. And contradicting to what I just said about the flowing waters of Pisces season, this massive flooding in Detroit, and I must admit I haven't seen anything like that. First, the city flooded, and then the stagnant waters froze over. I find this unbelievable. And if this is true, I feel like this is also reflected by the space weather and the Schumann resonances behavior. Because on the one hand, we had a massive CME happening last week. I think it was 2 days ago, a massive coronal mass ejection from the sun. And on the other hand, it didn't show up on any of the KP index, which is at 0 at the moment. Again, I haven't seen that happening since I tracked the sun activity, and it doesn't show up on the Schumann resonance either. But before I get into that more, I want to track back a bit and want to talk about another event that happened, and that is playing into this very surreal energy of a lot happening, a lot of bursts coming out, and at the same time, it's not showing on our radars, let's say. A plane presumably crashed in Canada on the ice, and the plane turned upside down while spinning on the ice, but no one was injured. And I feel there is a lot of inverted energy happening with the water energy. On one hand, we have the flow that should start now with the Pisces season. And on the other hand, we have a lot of stagnant energy with the water, the ice, and the frozen state in which we are in right now. So it feels like we are in the mouth of the whale at the moment. We are swallowed by this huge energy, and we are turned upside down in the mouth. It feels like we are tumbling around, and in this darkness, we are able to experience what is happening in this frozen state until we are spit out and see the sun again. So this feels very symbolic at the moment. let's go back to the KP index. I said it is at 0 at the moment. I haven't seen that happening. As I said, since I tracked the sun activity, the KP index is a geomagnetic activity index based on data from magnetometers around the world. Therefore, the KP index can be used to make a rough estimate of the current global geomagnetic conditions, but I think it is not reflecting that at all. And the Schumann resonance is also very quiet since we experienced these massive influxes until a week ago. Um, on the one hand, I have seen that behavior over and over again. After high amplitudes of electromagnetic waves in our ionosphere, there is a slowing down, there is a recalibration in a way. And of course, it is connected to the solar activity, which is still on a solar cycle maximum. So it is far from over yet. So I invite you to use this time of stillness. Also, I know a lot is going on politically and economically on a global scale. A lot is going on in space weather as well. A lot of turmoil on the one hand, but there is a stillness. And if we tune into a greater perspective, if we do so regularly to not get caught up in the daily craziness unfolding, and I think a lot is going to unfold in the next time. In this stillness, from a greater perspective, we have the opportunity to integrate what has happened in the last couple of weeks, to recalibrate ourselves, to breathe, and to find our way back to our core self, from where we are able to see things clearly. So in any case, I invite you to tune into your intuition and use your discernment always, because the waters will melt and the flow will begin, and there might be surprising things coming to the surface, the good, the bad, and the ugly. And if you have the feeling that a lot is going on, but nothing is happening, you are not alone. And be assured this will change. So take this moment to rest, take this moment to recalibrate and enjoy the stillness as long as it lasts. I see you next week. Bye bye.